Myself, NAGARJUNA B, Computer Science Lecturer, Usapete. In this video, I am presenting you what is meant by mean, the formulas to solve the mean, and some examples with explanation, and the advantages and disadvantages of mean. First, what is meant by mean? Mean is the average of the numbers. How to calculate the mean? To calculate the mean, whatever the numbers have been given, you need to find the sum of those numbers. That is, add up all the numbers and then divide by how many numbers there are. Means you need to find the sum of all the numbers which have been given and you need to divide by the number of numbers which have been given. In other words, it is the total sum divided by the count. Total sum is nothing but sum of all the elements. Count is nothing but the number of elements which has been given. Then next, the formulas to find the mean. So to find a mean in case of an ungrouped data, the formula is mean is equal to summation of x divided by n, where summation of x is nothing but sum of all the elements which has been given and n is the number of elements. And in case of an grouped data, here we have two cases. One is a direct method. In the direct method, mean is equal to summation of fx divided by n, where fx is the product of frequency and the x is nothing but the values or the numbers which has been given, divided by n. N is the summation of f, means the sum of the frequencies. Then another one method for ungrouped data is indirect method. It is also called as a step deviation method. In this one, the formula is mean is equal to a plus summation of fd divided by n, where a is the assumed mean and summation of fd is nothing but the sum of the product of frequency and the deviation, divided by n. N is the sum of the frequencies, that is the summation of f values. Then even in case of an grouped data, if the class intervals have been given, then the formula by using a direct method is mean is equal to summation of fm divided by n, where summation of fm is nothing but the sum of the product of frequencies and the midpoint, divided by n. N is the sum of the frequencies. Then another one method in case of an grouped data when class intervals are given is an indirect method. It is also called as an step deviation method, and the formula is mean is equal to a plus summation of fd divided by n into I, where a is the assumed mean, summation of fd is nothing but sum of the product of frequency and the deviation, and n is the summation of f, that is the sum of the frequencies, and I is the class interval. For example, if it has been given from 0 to 10, that means the class interval is 10. If it has been given from 0 to 5, that means the class interval is 5. So class interval is I. Now we shall see an example for an ungrouped data. So here the formula is mean is equal to summation of x divided by n, where summation of x is nothing but the sum of all the elements which has been given and n is the number of elements which have been given. As an example, we consider what is the mean of 2, 7 and 9. So this is the problem. They have given three numbers and you need to find the mean. So here n is equal to 3. So n, as I told, it is the number of elements. So here they have given 3 elements, that is the 2, 7 and 9. Therefore n is equal to 3 and mean is equal to summation of x, that is 2 plus 7 plus 9 divided by n. N is 3. So 2 plus 7 plus 9 divided by 3 will be equal to 6. Therefore, mean is equal to 6. And next, we shall find the mean for the following, where they have given x and f values. That means this comes under the category of an group data where the class intervals have been not given. They have given the x values from 1 to 9 and they have given the frequencies corresponding to those x values. Then we shall move on to the solution for this particular problem. So here I am presenting you a solution for ungrouped data without the class intervals by direct method. And here they have given the values of x. You need to consider those values of x. Then you need to consider the values of f. And then you need to find n. So n is nothing but summation of f. That is the sum of the frequencies. And upon adding up all these f values, we get the summation as 121. Then you need to find the product fx. So x is 1 and f is 7. Therefore fx is 1 into 7 is 7. The next 2 into 11 is 22. 3 into 16 is 48. 4 into 17 is 68. 5 into 26 is 130. 6 into 31 is 186. 7 into 11 is 77. And 8 into 1 is 8. And 9 into 1 is 9. So altogether the summation is 555. And the formula to find the mean in case of an group data when class intervals have been not given is mean is equal to summation of f x divided by n. That is, mean is equal to summation of fx divided by n, where summation of fx is nothing but the sum of the product of frequency and the x values, and n is the summation of f. Therefore, upon substitution, that is summation of fx is 555 divided by n. N is the summation of f, which is equal to 121. So upon simplification, this will yield the value as 4.587. So we get as 4.876666, that have rounded off to and 3 digits. For that purpose, it is a 4.587. Therefore, mean is equal to 4.587 for an given problem which has been done by using a direct method in case of ungrouped data. Next, we find the mean, the same example, that is the x as well as the f values which has been given. Now by using another one method, that is an indirect method, it is also called as an step deviation method. Now we shall move to the solution for ungrouped data without a class intervals by indirect method, and it is also called as a step deviation method. And the formula is mean is equal to a plus summation of fd divided by n, where a is the assumed mean and summation of fd is sum of product of frequency and the deviation divided by n. N is the summation of f. So first the x values, that is the which has been given in the question, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and then the f values is 7 11 16 17 26 31 11 1 1, and the summation of this one, there is a summation of f which we called as an n. N is equal to summation of f is equal to 121. Then next you need to find the d value. D is equal to x minus a, where a is the assumed mean, and here in this particular thing I am considering 5 as the mean, that is the assumed mean. So therefore d is equal to x minus a, that is 1 minus 5 will be equal to minus 4, then 2 minus 5 will be equal to minus 3, 3 minus 5 will be equal to minus 2, 4 minus 5 will be equal to minus 1, 5 minus 5 will be 0, 6 minus 5 is 1, 7 minus 5 is 2, 8 minus 5 is 3, 9 minus 4 is minus 5 is 4. Then FD, that is the product of frequency and the deviation. So 7 into minus 4 is minus 28, 11 into minus 3 is minus 33, 16 into minus 2 is minus 32, 17 into minus 1 is minus 17, 26 into 0 is 0, 31 into 1 is 31, 11 into 2 is 22, 1 into 3 is 3, 1 into 4 is 4. And next you need to find summation of FD, that is the sum of all the values which is present in the column FD, and this will yield as minus 50. And the formula for calculating a mean by indirect method when the class intervals have been not given for an group data is mean is equal to A plus summation of FD divided by N, where A is the assumed mean. In this case I have considered A as 5 and summation of FD is the sum of the product of frequency and the deviation, and N is the summation of F. So here A is equal to 5 plus summation of FD is minus 50. The minus 50 divided by N, N is 121. So upon simplification we get the value as mean is equal to 4.58666, which I have rounded off to 3 digits. So for that purpose I have written mean is equal to 4.587. So have considered the same problem for grouped data when the class intervals have been not given, and have done the simplification of this problem by using indirect method and also by direct method. We can see that the answer is same, that is you can do either by direct method or by indirect method. Indirect method is also called as step deviation method. Then next, find the mean for the following. So here we can see the x values where the class intervals have been given, that is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, and 60 to 70. And they are given the frequency, there is a f as 5, 12, 15, 25, 8, 3, 2. So here this kind of a problem is the group data where the class intervals have been given, and the solution for this one, that is to find a mean for a group data when class intervals are given, can be solved by using two methods, a direct method as well as the indirect method. First we shall see about a direct method, and the to find formula by direct method is mean is equal to summation of Fm divided by N, where Fm is the summation of, that is the product of frequency and the midpoint, and N is the summation of F. So first column is the x values which has been given, the next f values which has been given in the question. Then you need to find the sum of f, that is n is equal to summation of f is equal to 70. Then you need to find the midpoint. So midpoint is nothing but whatever the class interval has been given, this has to be divided by 2, that is the lower bound plus upper bound divided by 2. So 0 plus 10, 0 plus 10 is 10, 10 divided by 2 is 5, then 10 plus 20, 30, 30 divided by 2 is 15, then similarly 30, 40, that is 30 plus 40 is 70, 70 divided by 2 is 35, then 40, 50, that is 40 plus 50 is 90, 90 divided by 2 is 45. That is the way how we need to find the midpoint. The midpoint can be found by using lower bound plus upper bound of the class interval divided by 2. Then the product of Fm, that is the next column, is Fm. So that Fm we get as f into m, that is 5 into 5 is 25, 12 into 15 is 180, 15 into 25 is 375, 25 into 35 is 875, 8 into 45 is 360, 3 into 55 is 160, 2 into 65 is 130. Then you need to find the summation of Fm, and this summation of Fm is equal to 2110. Then now the formula is mean is equal to summation of Fm divided by N, where Fm is nothing but the product of frequency and the midpoint divided by N. N is the sum of the frequency. So now substitute the values. Summation of Fm is 2110 divided by N. N is the summation of F, which is equal to 70. So upon simplification, we get the value as 30.1428. Therefore, mean is equal to 30.1428. So this is a solution by direct method for ungrouped data when class intervals have been given. The next, I consider the same problem, that is the x and the f values, and I now present you the solution by indirect method or a step deviation method. That is the solution to find a mean for an group data when the class intervals have been given by using step deviation method. So here the formula is mean is equal to A plus summation of Fd divided by N into I, where A is the assumed mean and Fd is the summation of product of frequency and the deviation D, and N is the summation of F, and I is the class interval. So the first column is X, which has been given in the question. The second column is F, which has been given in the question. Then you need to find the summation of F, that is the sum of all the values of F, and this will yield 70. The next you need to find the midpoint, that is the M. So here the same calculation, that is the lower bound plus upper bound of an class interval divided by 2. So 0 plus 10 will be equal to 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Similarly, 10 plus 20 is 30. 30 divided by 2 is 15. 20 plus 30 is 50. 50 divided by 2 is 25. Then 30 plus 40 is 70. 70 divided by 2 is 35. Similarly, 60 to 70, that is 60 plus 70, 130. 130 divided by 2 is 65. The next you need to find the deviation. Deviation is D. D is equal to M minus A divided by I, where M is the midpoint and A is the assumed mean and I is the class interval. So here in this case I have considered A as 35 and I value is the class interval. So class interval, there is a number of values within an interval is 10. For that purpose I is equal to 10. So here D is equal to M minus A is 35 divided by I is 10. For that purpose, first one, uh, M value is 5 minus assumed mean is 35. That is a 5 minus 35 is minus 30. Minus 30 divided by 10 is minus 3. The next 15 minus 35 is minus 20. Minus 20 divided by 10 is minus 2. Then similarly 25 minus 35 is 10. 10 is a minus 10. Minus 10 divided by 10 is minus 1. Then 35 minus 35 is 0. 0 divided by 10 is 0. Next 45 minus 35 is 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1. Then 55 minus 35 is 20. 20 divided by 10 is 2. The next 65 minus 35 is 30. Divided by 10 is 3. The next you need to find FD, that is the product of a frequency and the deviation. So frequency here is F, that is 5 into deviation, that is a minus 3. So 5 into minus 3 is minus 15. The next one, 12 into minus 2 is minus 24. Then 15 into minus 1 is minus 15, 25 into 0 is 0, 8 into 1 is 8, 3 into 2 is 6, then 2 into 3 is 6. Then you need to find the summation of FD, which is equal to minus 34. Then next, the formula. So here the formula is mean is equal to a plus summation of fd divided by n into I, and here I have considered a as 35, that is the assumed mean, and I is equal to 10, which is the class interval, and n is equal to 70, that is the summation of f, and the formula is mean is equal to a plus summation of fd divided by n into I. As I told, a is the assumed mean, summation of fd is the sum of the product of frequency and the deviation, and n is the sum of the frequencies, and I is the class interval. So here mean is equal to a is 35 plus summation of fd is minus 34, there's a minus 34 divided by n is 70 into 10. So upon simplification we get the value as 30.1428. Therefore mean is equal to 30.1428. So this is a solution by using a step deviation method. It is also called as an indirect method, and we can see that by direct method as well as by step deviation method or an indirect method, the answer is same. That means you can solve by direct method or by step deviation method. Then next, advantages of arithmetic mean. It is the most popular among averages used in statistical analysis. That means to find the averages, the most popular one which is used is the arithmetic mean, and it is a very simple to understand and easy to calculate. It is based on observation in the series. It is the responsible for further algebraic treatment, provides a good means of comparison. It has more sampling stability. And next, disadvantages of mean. So first one is the arithmetic mean is affected by extreme values in a series. In case of missing observation in a series, it is not possible to calculate the arithmetic mean. In case of frequency distribution, when open-ended classes, the calculation of arithmetic mean is theoretically impossible. The arithmetic mean is unsuitable average for qualitative data. So this is a small video regarding mean and the formulas to calculate a mean for ungrouped data and for grouped data when class intervals are not given, and for grouped data when class intervals are given, by direct method as well as by using an step deviation method. Click on subscribe button and click on like button